As Pakistan observes the first anniversary of the dreaded Peshawar school attack, Nobel Peace Prize winner Malala Yousafzai urged Pakistan to use education to fight terrorism. A terror victim herself, Yousafzai said the country needs to educate its future generation in order to fight the ideology of extremism and terrorism.
Nobel Prize-winning teenager Malala Yousafzai has said educating the young generation in Pakistan is vital to fight extremism and stop similar incidents in future. She said this after meeting some of the survivors of the massacre in Birmingham, England. She listened to Muhammad Ibrahim Khan, a 14-year-old at that time, describe how gunmen wearing suicide vests burst into his school and began to shoot indiscriminately.
So, well, I went through a horrible incident in my life where I myself was shot, but I never cried. And this was the day that really made me to cry because the stories of all the mothers and the children were tragic. And you just imagine for a second that what was the crime of these children.
At least 500 students aged between 10 and 20 years were inside the building when the attack started. At least 3 of the militants blew themselves up, resulting in several charred bodies of bombers and victims. It was only after 8 hours of the assault that the army declared the operation to flush the militants out was over and that all 9 insurgents had been killed. The school killings shook the government to take serious measures to tackle the Islamist insurgency.
So Pakistan did change in a way that the political leaders, they came together, they united. But what they forgot was the education of the future generation. They did agree on military actions, but none of them mentioned that now we need to educate our future generation in order to fight this ideology of extremism and terrorism and this hatred.
141 people, including 134 children, were killed in the 2014 massacre inside the army school in one of the worst assaults in Pakistan's recent history.